guys? Part 3. I know I haven't uploaded in a long while because I was low-key trying to figure out how to edit my videos, but then I realized no one cares and no one sees it, so it doesn't matter. So we're gonna be doing the same thing. There's gonna be a part 3, but I actually want to talk about this game, Brawl Stars, and Supercell in general. So as we all know, Supercell is kind of greedy, but that isn't always the case. I know it's an unpopular belief, but like, if you looked at Bedlam's video, his main channel is Lambed. He's actually my favorite YouTuber to watch for Brawl Stars, and he basically did an analysis on how Brawl Stars was like scaling up to how like the future was gonna play out. And it was basically saying, even though it's bad now, it was way worse in the past. Like, you couldn't get shit, and now we can get shit, but it's like still really slow. But I think the point that people are missing is like, let me use Clash Royale as an example. So right now my cards are kind of like, they've been in the game for a really long time, right? Like Firecracker and Bowler, but these guys have Evos and Heroes, and I think the problem with scaling like that is that most people don't know what these do. Like, at the start of every update, there's always YouTubers trying to cover everything at once, and there's always this one dude who's just like, hey bro, this is the deck, this is how you should play the game, this is how you should do it. But that's not really the spirit of Clash Royale, right? The spirit of Clash Royale is to make things your own, right? So, for example, this Bowler deck really fell off, but I'm winning because I know the niches of this deck and how each card operates and interacts with each other. So, for example, maybe I'm still a bum, but the point is, Clash Royale isn't about Supercell being greedy, right? Now I know level 16 is bad and all that stuff, but honestly, it's for the betterment of the new players. And what I mean by this is, when a new player joins Clash Royale, they probably don't know what heroes are, right? Because knowing what a hero is probably already makes you a long-term fan or a semi-hardcore player. I mean, you don't have to be a pro to know what Hero Bowler does, right? But the thing with this progression system is that it teaches new players, like, the nuances, like, so you don't have to do all that stuff, right? I'm dead here. Nice one. So, going back to Brawl Stars, I know this has been said a lot, like on channels like Ken, Sweaty Clash, Bedlam on Brawl Stars, and also Alt. But learning this game is about progression, right? Fighting uphill all the time, and when you finally get there, you're like, oh, I already know how everything goes. So it's really like two negatives make a positive in this case. Now I know it could be better, like a lot of things could be better. There could be more balance changes, there could be no Ronin, they could execute all log bait players publicly. But Brawl Stars and Clash Royale just teaches us that no matter what, we can still fight to the top, right? Because my account is only like 1.5 years, and I see people with 8 years plus that aren't on my level. Like, they're simply not on my level. And I think that's part because they cope with the fact that all these excuses are available, right? Oh, Supercell's greedy. Supercell doesn't give out level 16 cards. There's always heroes. But especially with a game like Clash Royale, it's based off of combinations. Like Hero Bowler doesn't automatically win you a game, even though it does give you a big advantage. I mean, a lot of people started out spamming units at the middle just to avoid a bowler shot, but now people do skeleton king activation techs. And even though it's hard to recognize that in the heat of like 3 seconds before the bowler starts dunking on your balls, I think it's a really good dynamic on how the devs did it. I mean, like, you can't really get greedy to a point, right? I mean, Supercell's a multi-million-dollar company, bro. Like, they don't have much to get. And if they want to get richer, they're gonna want players to stay, if you know what I mean. So, it's not actually that they're greedy. And I'm not trying to shame anyone. Like, if you're in a Clash Royale, that's great, bro. Maybe save your soul and don't be like me, but that's great. You have a hobby, you want to do it, you have passion, and I think that's really great, especially for a game like Clash Royale, which can give you at least a slim chance and instead of none. But yeah, the same with Brawl Stars. But with Brawl Stars, like, if a brawler's broken, it's just broken, right? Like in Solo Showdown, you can't do anything if you have a quote-unquote hard counter. And even if you're really skilled, like, you just can't get by it because it's just a hard counter, right? Oh my god. So going back to my gameplay, this is actually really bad, guys. We are on a golden step. So my plan for these videos is basically just get to Ultimate Champion and then wait until the next update and keep doing videos. I just want to talk about my life, honestly. Sort of like a journal, except I don't have to write things down because I'm autistic and I don't like English. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is just a test of me resurfacing into my channel. I'm probably gonna put variety content. I'm not really gonna stick to any agenda or something. I mean, it's not my channel and nobody gives a fuck. I'm not getting money, I'm not getting views. So, it's really like just a spot where I can talk about stuff and pray that nobody personally knowing me finds this. Yeah. As of right now, it's summer right now. It's hella hot. My room is like a fucking Dutch oven because I only have one window, but there's no wind. So, even though the night's like really cold, the morning is hot. So, since there's no wind, it just progressively gets hotter. And even when it's cold outside, it still has to keep dropping slowly because there's no wind. There's nothing to push any sort of air inside or out. So it's like 90 degrees right now. It's pretty bad, bro. Yeah, that's basically it, bro. Yeah, I'm pretty much going on a losing streak. I'm not really focused. Normally I do commentary on my gameplay, but I'm trying out a new style of my videos. We should be fine right here. I think that's my entire rant. I'm already done with what I wanted to say. I think I have a few more topics in mind, but we'll get to that soon. Oh yeah, and control decks, like, they're just always running around, especially when the game keeps getting more complex. Like, those cards don't really get touched because they're quote unquote balanced. But the thing is, the more the meta shifts, the less those cards are affected, right? So, for example, Fire Spirit, it's been getting way too strong because things like Ronin sort of disables most heavy cards, right? When you think about Ronin, you think that it parries P.E.K.K.A, Mega Knight. I'm sure there's a bunch of reels, TikToks, or YouTube shorts talking about how it gets countered. And basically, these control decks, what they do is stand in the very middle of the entire meta, right? And they just stand there and they fill in whatever gap needs to be filled during a game to win. And it's just really boring, honestly. But that might be cope because they just lost to Hog EQ. I'm gonna jam up real quick. Yeah, that's gonna be it, bro. Just got on a losing streak. Alright, that's it. Bye, bro. See y'all on part 4, probably.